Kaizen Investor just hit 8 straight weeks at number 1.
Yeah, Theta, but I don't think it's going to last. And we'll explain why later in this show. Let's first take a look at some of this week's news. This week is a massive week for earnings. Spotify, Robinhood, Coca-Cola, and Visa are reporting on Tuesday, and then we have 4 of the Mag 7 reporting after close on Wednesday. Microsoft, Amazon, Meta, and Google. We also have SoFi, AbbVie, and Qualcomm reporting on that day, and then on Thursday we have Apple, Reddit, and Eli Lilly. Then we finish off the week with looking at oil with ExxonMobil and Chevron, which will be interesting to see. So I know this is going to mean a lot for our FSL users. As of today, Amazon, Meta, Microsoft, and Google are owned by 10 different players across the public league. Most players tend to grab these names first, so they'll be among the higher weightings of their portfolios. Make sure to watch out for post-earnings moves and watch how they affect players' division rankings. We will also have lessons coming out soon on FSL Learn about how to listen and understand earnings calls. Now, we also have a Fed meeting this week where Jerome Powell will announce where the Fed stands on rates. The market isn't predicting anything other than a hold. Jerome Powell has less than a month until his term ends as Fed chair, and Kevin Warsh seems pretty close to being confirmed as the one to succeed him. The Democrats are showing some concern with his potential lack of independence from Donald Trump, and there are also some concerns with ongoing DOJ probing of Jerome Powell. And some senators have even stated that they will not vote for Warsh's confirmation if the probe continues, and that could stall his nomination. However, he does seem to be the most likely candidate.
Thanks, Charles. Sounds like we're going to have another volatile week in the market. What else is new? Now let's head over to the power rankings, and you'll see on my side, my top 2 stayed the same with Kaizen Investor, 8 weeks in a row. Hard to put him anywhere else. Finn Stockinger, though, I like him. He's an up-and-comer. I think we're going to see good things from him come playoff time.
He should be first.
Quartz Queen we'll see. Quartz Queen up 1 and up 4 from 8th place. And newcomers on the top 10 are PS Investor and Benjo Khan.
As you can see on my side, my rankings have also changed a lot as well. I have newcomers Ant 9 to 5 markets and NFG 218. And NFG is from the new division that just ended called Biotech Bros. And I also moved Kaizen down 1 spot because as these new divisions start to finish and we have new first place winners who get 25 points added to their portfolios, there's going to be a lot more competition for him. It's going to be a lot harder for him to stay in that top spot.
As we head over to our featured portfolio of the week, we have Lucifer 1006. In his first season with us, he finished in 3rd, locking in 16 points, and currently sitting in 2nd in bull market bracket. Good enough to bring him up to number 2 in the world rankings with 36 points. His current portfolio sits at 114,638, and the likes of Apple, Tesla, and some great picks in the bottom are bringing him along.
Yep. So, like Theta said, he was in our second division ever that we hosted in our Discord, and now he's back for his second season. And if you take a look, Apple was his first pick, his highest weighting, and they are one of the stocks I mentioned earlier, who's reporting earnings on Thursday. They actually also announced recently that John Termes would be their next CEO, succeeding Tim Cook, and that's effective September 1st, 2026. I don't know if he'll be on this earnings call, but that'd be interesting to see him say a couple words if he is.
Our next draft is set to take off when 4 more people join, with the likes of Wheelie Investor, who I'm sure you all know, Josh Ferg is the man, J-Man, Long Innovation, and a few other well-known people on the FinX space.
Yeah, Wheelie Investor is a very popular investor on X. We like him a lot. He is an FSL OG. I believe he played in our first division ever
Yep,
hosted.
that's true. That is true. He
It'd
was
be
there from the start.
it's going to be interesting to see how he performs in his second division.
As we take a look at the playoff cut line, as you know, the top 64 on September 1st of this year will qualify for the first ever FSL playoffs as their chance to become the stock picker of the year. On the right side of the cut line, we got Leaf Invest, Anti-Bear Thesis, one that you mentioned last week, one of your favorites, and JD Ashley, and Baby Folio, and 62, Matt the Mojo, aka the People's Portfolio, with Tristan being the last one on the right side.
Now, these 7 on the right will be out come September 1st, but they don't have too much to worry about as it's just April, so they could probably fit in at least another season of drafting.
For sure, Charles. I think it's going to take a little more than 13 points to get you in the playoffs as more people join every single day.
Absolutely.
Now on to my hot take, and this one's going to get a lot of people riled up. I got SoFi missing earnings.
I think I have a hotter take. My hot take is that this year's FSL Stock Picker of the Year isn't even in the league right now.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's possible.
It's the unknown. He's going to be here soon, though. My hopes
Love
are
it.
on him. Yep. Now, before we head off, we've recently added a new friends list feature where you can add other people. Currently, it's just a basic friends list, but we hope to expand on this in the future and build some exciting things for you guys. If you have any suggestions, we would love to hear from you. In our Discord, we host polls about bringing new features like this, and if you would like to participate, make sure to join. The link will be down below in the description. That's it for this episode of FSL Weekly.
As the search continues for the best stock picker on the internet.
See ya.